all the time. Anakin, Larry Love.
Thank you. Let's give it up for him. He's doing a good job. Hey, I'm just Larry Love hanging out in your neighborhood tonight, man. I'm just happy to be hanging, if you know what I mean. I'm just happy to be out of the nursing home for a couple hours. Hey, I don't know if you can tell by just looking at me or not, but things ain't good for me, man. I've gained a lot of weight, and people are telling me I'm fat like it's a bad thing. But fat ain't a bad thing. It's a good thing, to be honest with you. Because for the first time in my life, I got big boobs. And I love big boobs, man. Sometimes when I get horny now, I go home and suck my own titties. Don't knock it till you tried it. Hey, I'm going to tell you this, man. People ask me stupid questions all the time now, like, do you watch a lot of comedy? I said, I don't watch any. They said, you need to watch more. You'd be funnier. I said, I don't know, man. I watch porno flicks every night. I don't screw any better. Hey, here's another question they asked me. Do you take Viagra? The answer is yes. I love Viagra, man. I overdosed on that stuff the other night. My hands couldn't take all the sex. It was wonderful. Hey, I don't know if you know this or not, but Viagra is very expensive, man. It's $10 to $15 a pill at the pharmacy. It's even more out on the streets. I've been experimenting with other things to see if I could find something that's cheaper, that works better. Believe it or not, I found something that works a lot better, and it's a lot cheaper than Viagra. Lately, I've been using Fix-A-Flat. It's good stuff, man. It really is. Only problem is now, every time I drive down the street and see somebody with a flat tire, I get an erection. That ain't good. I'm having all kinds of problems with my girlfriend, man. Biggest problem is my wife keeps calling her starting crap all the time. Lost my favorite girlfriend about a year and a half ago. It's very sad, man. I miss her a lot. She told me right before she passed away, she said, make sure I look natural in the casket. So I buried her with her legs spread and handcuffs on. She looked good. She really did. Hey, I tell you what, we elected our first black president about a year ago. I think that was a good thing, right? It's good, man. I voted for him. I support him. I'll tell you this, I'm a Democrat. Tell you how you know if you're a Democrat. If gas prices affect you more than stock prices, you're probably a Democrat. And I'll tell you this, I knew the Republicans wouldn't win that last presidential election because they don't know anything about diversity, man. Do you realize most Republicans still think Burger King is Martin Luther King's brother? Hey, and I'll tell you this, Bill Clinton, I thought he was a good president, man. When Bill was in office, all you thought about was jobs, jobs, jobs. Everybody had a job. Even the illegal Mexicans had jobs, man. Bill had 3 or 4 jobs a week himself. They were blow jobs, but they were jobs. He kept somebody employed. Hey, I'll tell you something about Bill, man. Bill was in office 8 years and only shot 1 missile. And that missile exploded right on Monica Lewinsky's dress. It's a fact, man. Hey, George Bush, he did something for us no other American president's been able to do. He made us all equal. Now everybody's poor. Hey, when he was in there, gas prices got up to $4.50 a gallon a couple times, man. It made people mad. It never bothered me. It reminded me of my sex life. You had to pay before you pump. Hey, and these terrorists, man, I got to admit, Bush did a good thing chasing these terrorists, man. He chased them for 8 years. That was a good thing. These terrorists are crazy. They actually believe if they blow themselves up for Allah, they're going to get 70 virgins. I don't know about you, but I ain't killing myself for 70 virgins. But if you tell me I'm going to get 70 nymphomaniacs when I die, I'll blow myself up on this stage right now. Hey, let me tell you something you're never going to see talking about terrorists. You'll never see a black suicide bomber, man. Black people don't commit suicide. Black people are actually happy people. It's white people that aren't happy. When a white man gets depressed, he kills himself. When a black man gets depressed, he kills his neighbor. And I know what you're thinking. How's this old white dude know anything about black people? Believe it or not, my parents raised me in a black neighborhood till I was 13, but it was a good thing. It wasn't a bad thing. The black dudes used to treat me just like another black guy. They tried to shoot me, too. I'm going to tell you this is crazy. My mom and them, 50 years ago, they kept telling me, don't date black girls. They said, I'll tell you what's going to happen if you date black girls. You're going to go black and you won't come back. Found out that's true. My old neighborhood went black and it never came back. I'll tell you this, when I hang out now, I hang out in black bars. That's a fact. Nobody screws with me in a black bar because everybody thinks I'm the police. Hey, when I go to a black bar, it gets quiet immediately. Nobody talks to me. Everybody just stares at me and starts hiding evidence. And racial profiling, it's still a problem in this country. Barack Obama's own friend got racially profiled 6-7 months ago. I've been getting racially profiled for over 50 years, man. Every time I'm driving through a black neighborhood at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, cops pull me over and profile me every time. Cops always think I'm in black neighborhoods trying to buy drugs or trying to buy sex. I don't go to black neighborhoods to buy drugs or buy sex. I go to black neighborhoods to buy Popeye's chicken. I love Popeye's chicken, man. Every time I eat that stuff, I dance better for a couple weeks. Thank you. That's it from Larry Love tonight.
Thank you, Larry Love. That was great.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So how long have you been doing stand-up comedy?
Actually, just 4 years. My son was the first comic, Jason Robbins, and he started 4.5 years ago, and I started right after him.
So a little flip-flop. Instead of following the father's footsteps, you're following your son's.
Yeah, that's true.
That's great. So, do you have a website where people can visit you?
Well, you can get me on Larry Love on Facebook. You can go to Rooftop Comedy and watch some of my routines on Rooftop Comedy under Larry Love, but that's the two best spots.
Now, how often do you have gigs and how often do you perform?
Well, we try to perform at least twice a week, and sometimes we're out of town, fortunately. Now, this is a tough business to move up, so it takes some time, but we'll be at Gravy out in Loveland this Saturday. The Saturday after that, we'll be at Brick House in Hebron. Saturday after that, we're at Bleachers over in Crescent Springs.
And how do you prepare your material for when you're going to go?
Well, I've written a lot of it up. Most of it I know what's going to work, but I write new stuff just based on something that you think about a lot of my stuff's based on my childhood.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Larry, for coming on Cincy. Everyone, go check him out.
Thank you. Appreciate it.